it got its good and bad. Like the neighborhood is a lot of opportunity, but at the same time, it's a lot of things that will pull you down. It's a lot like it's drug infested, so like that can pull you down, as well as crime that can pull you down, as well as selling drugs and doing drugs or stealing or killing or whatever.
That was Kensington High School senior Rafiq Johnson, one of the many players featured in the soon-to-be-released documentary, Rise of the Tigers. Now joining us on the set from Downhill Productions, the gentleman behind the camera of this project, Max Pulcini, that's you, and then Matt Albasi. He's the Temple grad. You're soon to be the Temple grad, and you guys have gotten together to form this company, Downhill Productions, and you said you formed this company specifically with this project in mind. Max, what was it like working with the players, and more specifically, Coach Herb?
It's been an amazing process, really. I met Coach Herb when I was writing a story for the local paper, Fishtown, Kensington, Northern Liberty's The Spirit. And when I was assigned the story, it was talk to the local high school football coach and find out more about his team. I expected a 15-minute long interview. I ended up talking to Herb for about 2.5 hours. He just went on with this story, and it was just amazing to me how there's this football team in Kensington that has a budget of $0, and how the lengths that he's gone to create this program was just amazing to me. And I knew that this story had to be told. It is something that Philadelphia and more, I mean, the whole country should know this. So I got together with Matt and I said, let's make a movie. And working with Herb the whole time has just been inspirational, really.
Yeah.
I mean, the lengths he goes for these kids and for his community, and it tingles at your heart, really. I mean, and to get some of the clips he has on camera, and to go to the games and see him motivate these young men to turn them into men.
Well, here's the deal. I mean, you know, when you go to film school, I don't know what they teach you at Temple. I know it's a very good school. But I know that one of the things is when you write a story like this and you're a filmmaker, you have to have an antagonist who's the good guy and the protagonist who's the other way. The protagonist is the good guy, antagonist is the bad guy. Coach would absolutely be the protagonist. And Matt, in this case, the antagonist would be the streets of Kensington, right?
Oh yeah, very much. I mean, it's one of the things that Max and I talked about a lot when we were setting up the movie was that very idea. Who is the antagonist of the whole thing? And we really centered on the field itself that they play on, right, as well as the neighborhood that these kids have to put up with. And so one of the things that I really noticed when we were going around was I tried to capture the neighborhood with the camera, and it never really came out right. And I realized that what we need to do is get the kids, because the kids are the personification of the entire neighborhood. And what we realized really quickly was that they're not these sort of stereotypical inner city youth that we thought we were going to find. Instead, they're caring, motivated, loving kids. And I think we did a really good job of being able to show that on the camera. I mean,
Well, was that the biggest surprise that you found while doing this project? I mean, seriously, given what some of these kids have had to go through growing up, was that the biggest surprise?
Yeah, I mean, just kind of our perception of what we expected to find versus what we actually found, that was probably the biggest surprise for us. It definitely jumped out.
Well, listen, I got to tell you folks at home, I've been privileged to see some of the clips, and you guys have done a very good job up to now. I'd like to see the entire process when it's done, which brings me to my next question. I know that in the last segment, Brian said that we were going to be able to go to Wells Fargo Center and see your preview of this movie. Where do we stand, and when can we see the entire thing in its entirety? It's finished.
So June 8th with the Philadelphia Soul is our sneak preview at the Wells Fargo Center, and we're putting up the finishing touches of the film in the next week or so, and then from there we're taking it to film festivals all across the country, and you're letting people see the story. It's a Philadelphia story at heart, but it's a human story, and everybody should see this.
Now you know you're up against it because you know that Eagles owner Jeffrey Lurie has won a couple of Oscars for some of his documentaries. I mean, maybe you can kind of push him off the pedestal a little bit there.
Look out, downhill's coming.
All right. Oh, downhill's coming. Max Pulcini, and it's Max Pulcini and Matt Albasi, and that's the only way I know how to say that is put a little bass in my voice. I want to thank you guys very much for bringing this story to us. I can't wait to see the final project. Keep up the good work. Okay.
Thank you.
I'll be watching you guys, and like I said, if you need any help, give me a call. I'd love to help out. I love projects like this. Okay.
Thank you.
You guys know who? Do you guys know who Dawn Staley is? You ever heard of her? She's you're going to hang tight in the studio. She's a Philadelphia Jew who's on her way to the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame, and we'll tell you all about her story coming up in the next break.